Welcome everyone to tonight's game, ESM Spartans versus the JD Rams. I'm John Hallahan and I'm accompanied by Mr. Ferris.
Good evening. John, what can we expect tonight?
Well, the JD Rams are 2-3-1 and East Syracuse Manoa is 8-0. So we'll probably be looking at an ESM win here if it stays consistent.
Past records notwithstanding, last couple of years, JD has been the dominant force in Section 3 girls soccer.
Yes.
Not the same this year. They're, as you said, they're 2-3-1, and the Spartans are 8-0. But once the ball is put on the turf, anything can happen.
Very true. If you look at last year's games, in both games, ESM and JD came out on top, beating ESM 4-1 and 3-0. But like you said, anything can happen.
Well, there's a lot of players that are no longer with JD, and ESM has added some young players, including 8th grader Leah Rem.
Yes, Leah Rem is leading ESM currently. She has 15 goals and 10 assists. Ball is currently in Spartan control. The ball is knocked away. It'll be an ESM throw-in. And the ball goes out again, and this time it will be a
Goal kick. Spartans use a lot of speed on that front line.
Go blue!
And so far, the ball has spent the entire time on the ESM side, well, the JD side of the field, the side that they are defending.
So like you said, it's been a very fast-paced start from both teams, coming out of the gates hot. The ball is back on the JD side.
John, I can't even begin to tell you the difference. Last night, field hockey was on the field, and it could have snowed. Temperatures were in the low 30s, and what a day makes. Now it's, spent a lot of the time today in the upper 60s, low 70s, and at game time we're still in the low 60s. So this is a great temperature to be playing soccer.
Perfect temperature.
Good for us up in the booth, too.
Definitely. Yesterday I was wearing jeans and hoodies, and right now I'm wearing shorts and a t-shirt. Ball goes out there, and it'll be a goal kick for JD.
I'm going to move the camera, everybody. Hopefully you don't get nauseous from that move. I just trying to get a little bit more of the field in play.
Spartans have stayed mostly in control so far in this beginning of the game here. Keeping the ball on JD's side.
ESM not afraid to get physical while playing the ball. Big hit.
Just lost by the JD goalie, and it'll be a corner kick for ESM, it looks like.
Last game we covered, the corners is where the ESM got started with their scoring. They bring up defender Katie Cox. She's got some height, and she is standing on the 10-yard line. She's going to go to the far post and see if she can use her height. Ball almost goes in on its own.
Just a narrow miss there. Would have been an amazing shot.
Lauren Parker with a good boot, but ball goes over to ESM on the throw-in. It's on Rem's foot currently. She puts it right in front of the goal. And now a far header.
It'll be another corner kick for ESM. Now, Lauren Parker, I was expecting a little more from her with her 50 saves on this season.
Well, she hasn't let a goal in, so
that is true.
That is her job.
That is true. Keeping the ball out of the goal.
Shorter kick. Spartans still in control of the ball. Katie Cox able to bring it up and send it ahead. I think the wind is also blowing in that direction, so you gotta be observant of the kicks in this direction. ESM in blue, JD in white.
ESM and JD both really pushing a fast-paced game today. Lauren Parker with the big boot. Ball was sent over to ESM territory very briefly, and then it is booted back by defense, ESM's defense.
JD's looking to get the ball to Megan Baker. She leads the team in goals with 8. The farthest possession JD has had. And this is one of those times, you know, sometimes you see it in a game where Spartans have shot after shot, no goal, and then all of a sudden an opponent like JD can bring it down the field, get that quick goal, and you're like, wait a second. We were in control, and all of a sudden we're down 1-0. So Spartans are happy to turn them around and regain possession.
ESM's goalie today is Isabel Chavesty, sending the ball downfield and getting it right back.
I hear she's the best sports broadcaster ESM's morning show has.
There may be a few people I know that would dispute that topic, but
some people do like the guy with no sleeves most of the time.
Isabel scoops it up again.
You know, there's been a couple balls the goalies have played, but there really hasn't been a true shot on goal yet. Nice boot downwind by Chavesty, clearing the 50-yard line in the air.
Again, like you said, the wind is pushing that way, so it'll give ESM that advantage when trying to clear the ball out.
At least for the first half.
True.
Hey, John, yesterday was election night, and we'll get to that in just a second. Nice shot in front of the goal.
And it goes in.
Lauren Parker came out to play the ball. It went past her. Leading the goal wide open.
We'll get you. Very nice shot. That shot was by Jenna Hudgens, assisted by Natalie Peterson. It's really just a good play.
Good start. That's the start the Spartans wanted, scoring in under the first 8 minutes. Many games this year, ESM has been able to score 6+. They're going to call Katie Cox with a trip on that. Free kick for JD.
Looks like it'll be from about the 30-yard line there. Big boot straight to goal, caught by Isabel.
Good job, girls.
Sending the ball far downfield.
So anyway, I do have a presidential announcement for you, John. I know our audience is waiting for it. We are pleased to announce that they're going to announce who the president is at a later date. Hey, we're on top of our news here.
Yes, always.
I bet you a man wins. That's my other big prediction.
It's probably a good guess there. The ball is scooped up by JD's goalie.
A high kick into the wind.
And ESM takes control.
Good job,
Ball
girls.
was sent out of bounds there for a ESM throw-in.
Hudgens to Rem. Peterson, nice lead ahead.
A good, smart save there by JD goalie.
Yeah, and Pocaro was able to stay on sides. Now Peterson, nice side pass using the outside of her foot.
Nice. Good job, girls.
We'll get a corner. Last corner on this side, they went with a shorter kick and wasn't as successful as the other side corner. So ESM in blue, JD in white.
And a big kick crossfield.
Michelheim controls it. Can't get a shot on goal. Brooke Bort able to get some control, and then it's back in front of the goal. Parker makes the save. It's really hard for those goal kicks into this wind. They're not traveling as far. So keeping that in mind, the Spartans would then want to take as much of a lead as they can in the first half while they have wind on their side.
Yes. JD trying to flip control here.
It's a nice ball control. Alice O'Connor with it, and then plays it back. Megan Baker trying to make something happen at midfield.
Nice.
That's dangerous when you get Rem in the open field, and she's got it.
Rem is ESM's player to watch. She leads the team in goals and in assists.
Good job.
Had the pleasure to coach Leah last year in modified basketball and volleyball. She's quick in those sports as well. Occasionally you get a chance to hear the wind coming through our microphone.
Spartans definitely need to take advantage of that wind while they have it, because once halftime hits and that wind switches on them, it will make things harder.
Good job, girls.
Be a goal kick.
I think Parker's having better luck kicking the ball off the ground than trying to punt it because just that wind is strong.
Yes.
Hey, Coach Ferris, how many times are you going to mention the wind tonight? That's it. I'm done. Until maybe the second half.
The wind it was definitely blowing very strong when I was walking up here.
You know, we are limited in crowd size to 2 spectators per athlete.
JD pushing the goal now. Kicked out.
Gives ESM a chance to set up the defense.
Came a little close to goal there. It was booted out by the ESM defense, and
Katie Cox came up a little bit sore after that last play, but able to get it back.
Good job, Katie Cox. Good job. Come on, work.
the ball is still in there. It goes out.
Good job, girls.
Be a ESM throw. Be a JD throw in now.
Nice lead ahead to the leading scorer, Megan Baker. Good clear.
Ooh,
Isabel
diving
Shavesty.
save.
Yes, nice play. Shavesty is athletic and tall. Two good things you want to see in your goalie.
Yes, definitely.
She doesn't have that many saves on the season because there's not that many shots. Usually, Spartans are playing a lot of offense this year.
I mean, as you can see in the Spartans' last 5 games, they have only allowed 1 goal in all 5 games.
What game was that? Is that the one we covered?
It was Central Square. They ended up winning 6-1, but
Yeah, and that goal shouldn't have counted. There was a girl offsides. I clearly remember that now. All right, Ferris, you talk about the win and you're a homer for your home team.
ball back in ESM control here on the JD side. Ooh, and a big boot towards goal. A nice save. That was the first really far goal we've seen there from either team. Most of ESM's shot on goals have been from along the goal line or close to it. Keeping the ball in there. Oh, cross goal kick there.
Good job, Joe.
Good passing here from JD, keeping in control. And a big boot sending it downfield back towards JD territory.
End up going out of bounds, but it gives the Spartans a chance to set up. Avery Young to throw it in.
Good job, girls.
Next game for the Spartans is Friday, 7:30 against Auburn on the turf. We'll be streaming that one on YouTube. And our friends over at Trappers have been streaming the games. So if you can't get a ticket and you don't want to watch this on your couch, you can head over there and grab a slice of pizza.
Good move there, sending the ball out of bounds so they can set up their defense. Down the sideline there to the ESM defense.
Nina Dermody getting the ball in front.
Nice.
ESM defense once again clearing the ball out despite JD's efforts.
Good job, Nina.
Natalie Peterson with some good foot skills, using her left to put it up in front of the goal. Rem unable to grab it. Lauren Parker able to save it.
It was a good save, though, otherwise it might have been in goal.
We're going to get Katie Cox with a push on that one.
Like you mentioned earlier, that ESM defense, not afraid to get physical. The free kick will be from about the 45-yard line. JD territory.
John, one of the unique things with soccer being already completed this fall and football not being completed is you could see some of these soccer players kick field goals.
Yes.
And ESM has had females play on their football teams over the years, so it could be a girl, it could be a boy. But if you got a big foot, why not get out there and kick some field goals?
Definitely.
And we got a mass break.
All right, mass break.
Can only imagine what it's like trying to run through and play these fast-paced games while wearing your mask.
Well, a lot of them are wearing them as chin straps, so I guess that.
Do you see that a little bit there?
All right, we're going to take a break as they take one. We'll leave the video feed live, but we're going to take a break. We'll be right back. John, you just noticed a whole bunch of the ESM signs for their players. I can't talk about it, but it just happened.
Much of the player signs were blown away by the wind, which I will be commenting on the rest of the game since Mr. Ferris is no longer allowed to. Ball start and JD control on ESM territory.
Yep. You know, Megan Baker, as I said earlier, 8 goals on the season. She's not even getting a chance to touch the ball.
I believe that is Leah Rem there with the ball. I don't remember if we mentioned this or not, but Leah Rem is an 8th grader, so she's not even in the high school yet. So we'll have 4 more years of her playing on the team. Katie Cox kicking the ball out of the bounds.
And I'm assuming not a lot of surprises by these teams, as they probably play some club soccer together. They're familiar with it. They've either played on the same team or.
Good save there.
It's the best looks for the Spartans in a little bit.
Big kick away by, I think that was Katie Cox.
You know, our stream, besides being sent out to YouTube, is also feeding the scoreboard. And, you know, you can mess with the universe if you point the camera at the scoreboard, because then it would be videotaping itself. So I think on your screens at home, the board is out of focus a little bit. That's the reason why.
Throwing JD. Throwing by ESM now. We've seen a lot of throw-ins on this side of the field.
And we do a much better job of letting you know who the players are, except when they get far away from us, the numbers are quite small.
Yes, it's very hard to see.
I can tell you this, the out of bounds for soccer on this field, on the near side here, is a red line.
Little miscommunication there. Not quite sure what happened, but ball is in ESM control.
And that was some of the best passing so far by the Spartans.
Shot on goal there by Leah Rem.
Oh, best look of the game for the Red Rams.
Good kick out of bounds. Giving ESM's defense a chance to set up.
Looking for Bort. Winner to Bort and out to midfield. Dermody had it. Baker now in control. Michael Hem able to take it away. Sends it ahead to Leah Rem.
Chasing it down, but just can't quite get there.
I'm tired just from watching that.
JD throwing.
John, I have one of those philosophies about running. I run to catch a bus and run away from fires. That's about it.
Being on the cross-country and track team, I run for fun. Is looked down on by a lot of people. I'm going to assume including yourself. But
No, I would never look down at it. I have no interest in running. Well, I don't mind playing basketball, sports like that, running, but volleyball. My wife signed me up for the race across New York.
oh, I did that too.
Except it's ongoing right now. I'm running from Fenway Park to Yankee Stadium.
Nice.
But I didn't know I actually also signed up for I didn't know I signed up for the bike part as well. So I'm also biking from Fenway to Yankee Stadium.
I'm sure that's a little bit easier than running.
Yeah, I feel better about myself there, a higher percentage.
Chavs here with a goal kick.
I'm sure everyone at home is thoroughly enjoying my personal workout schedule. Back into action. Ooh, nice breakaway. Lindsay Hildreth able to get in there, showing some of her speed. Ball ahead. Nice communication between. I couldn't see quite who the defender was, but Chavez came out able to pick that ball up. And now right back to Rem with a lead ahead to Bocaro.
Just can't quite get there. Ball goes out onto the track, and it will be a goal kick for the Rams. Big boot there, sending it out to the far sideline. Be another ESM throw-in.
John, you got to keep me honest here. So, our viewers at home, they don't understand that we're running the scoreboard, the clock, the game. We're doing it all, and
Near field goal there.
And as one of our viewers at home just let us know, we didn't update the score. That's my fault. And we should be live now with our proper score. So a shout out to Mr. Powell, who is watching at home.
Thank you, Mr. Powell.
Stood on the sidelines for years cheering on the Spartans as an athletic trainer. Living in retirement, working for the Crunch. Probably 10 other things.
I'm going for goal, but it went a little wide there. It'll be a goal kick. Score is currently ESM 1, JD 0, with about 11 minutes left in the first half.
We'll do our best to also update the boys' game, which just got underway.
The boys are also playing JD, I believe.
They are, and
At JD.
they're looking to bounce back. ESM lost their first game the other night against FM. Corner kick right out in front.
Knocked out by the JD defense there for a
Throw in.
ESM throw-in. Shot on goal. Couldn't quite see who it was. Again, the numbers are small from far away.
The other thing we deal with is the turf lays pretty flat at ESM, and that makes it shiny.
Yes.
So it adds a little glare. Ooh, a sub for JD. Lily Linder checks out, and Catherine Durkin in.
I believe that is the first sub of the game. About 9 minutes left here in the first half.
Speaking of subs, John, what did you have for dinner?
I haven't eaten dinner yet.
Oh,
I was planning on eating after the game.
Jessica Griffith plows right through. It seems like the plan right now for the Spartans is kick it up ahead to Leah, see what she can get started on her own, as opposed to passing and dribbling it up the field. And it's worked. They've had the ball down here quite a bit because if Leah doesn't control it, it usually goes out of bounds. So.
And if they've stuck with that tactic for the past couple of games, that has worked for them there. She is leading them in goals, and they have not lost yet.
Spartans were looking to play New Hartford on Monday. New Hartford also undefeated. However, that cold and snow put a kibosh to that. Ball in the corner to Polcaro, chases after it. And you know what? She able to kick it out instead of a goal kick. It's a throw-in, which is a lot harder to move down the field.
That was a good move there.
Brooke Bort checks out, and Carrie Dunn replaces her.
It'll be a goal kick for JD. Again, JD's goalie Lauren Parker previously to this game had 50 saves on the season.
She probably got another 8 or so tonight already. And here goes a corner kick.
Yep.
They seem to have more success on near corner than this far corner, but I don't know if they're changing the person who's kicking it or if it has to do with the angle or whatnot. So. Kick from far away almost makes it through. That was tough to see. Parker able to pick it up.
Little trip up there.
The ball, that call went against Polcaro. She was on the ground first. The 52 referees in attendance are also unsure of that call.
It's the one thing I've noticed at these games when we're calling them is, although there is limited attendance, they are more than vocal.
Katie Turkin not unable to control it. Spartan ball. Abby Hudgens.
Leah Rem there with a
just
good
quick.
dribble moves.
She has quick foot skills.
Oh, ball went a little wide there.
Not only those 50 people in attendance referees, they're also good broadcasters. They were just announcing that play. That was awesome.
Be a corner kick. Can't quite see who's kicking it, but it's ESM corner kick.
Usually Peterson kicks those. Looks like it is well. Low kick.
Sent right back to her.
She gets it.
Ooh.
Out of bounds on Peterson.
It's a good play by JD defense there, making it a goal kick for the Rams.
Parker's been able to kick these off the ground fairly well, usually out to about the 30-35 yard line. She does it again, and Megan Baker controls it. If I move the camera faster, you could actually see that happen. There we go.
Ball is sent downfield into the ESM defense.
Catherine Durkin looking to find Carrie Dunn in the middle of the field. Now going to go for a farther cross. Jenna Hudgens now controls it. Little give and go.
Seeing a little more passing there by the Spartans. ESM throw in goes over everyone's heads.
Deep, she's got a nice, smart play. Letting that ball roll out past the end line, giving Lauren Parker a chance to do another goal kick. Score is still 1-0. 3 minutes, 20 seconds remaining in the first half. Katie Cox sends it ahead.
Ball was scooped out of the air there. Parker sends it downfield.
Lena Placaro header up to Rem. Sydney Ballatin mixing it up with the Spartans.
We're still seeing the Spartans in control here, keeping the ball mostly on JD territory. It goes out there for a
corner. Way many more corners for the Spartans tonight. And, you know, that puts a lot of pressure on the defense. Eventually one of these goes in. I think JD has had one corner this game, so. Oh, that's a nice high
kick there.
Able to get a foot on it.
There were
2 people down.
bodies flying everywhere in there.
Oh, looked like Katie Cox shaking up on the play.
It's another example, like you said before, of Katie getting really physical in there.
This ball a little bit shorter. Spartans have not gotten a strong foot on the shot on goal in some time. There's one. Straight at Parker.
Good kick there, but right to her.
Parker early in the game had a couple, misplays on the ball, and that has gone away, and she's been steady since. You know, early goal for the Spartans in less than 8 minutes, and since it's been 1-0, at halftime we're going to change sides of the field, and that changes that stuff that blows, and it might impact the second half. So
there's about 30 seconds left until that second half. Till the end of the first half. JD pushing the ball, hoping to get a goal.
You can't even blame it on your mouth being frozen.
I'll blame it on the mask.
Ooh, yeah, that's a good one too.
8 seconds left here till the end of the first half.
Oh, there's a good look.
Saved just before the end of the half. End of the first half, ESM is up 1-0 against JD.
And we will bring you the second half 10 minutes from now. Boy, you should have heard what we talked about in the first or the second half. Just brought to our attention that our mics were down. So we'll talk about it all again like it's the first time. 20 minutes to go. Oh, these birds look cool. Oh no. We've got some geese. That was a cool effect.
Like there was a little fear from some of the players on the field there.
Well, you just don't want anything to fall from the skies at that point.
That is true. That has happened to me once. And it was at a water park, so I wasn't wearing a shirt.
And we know
JD throwing, juggling it there.
so the wind is playing definite advantage now with JD. You're seeing the goal kicks and the punts going much further this half for JD and shorter for ESM.
We've also seen a lot more corner kicks and goal kicks on the ESM side rather than the JD side. Field goal.
You don't get 3 points for that, though. I wish you did.
That'd make the game a little harder for the goalies, but a little more interesting in terms of scoring.
Maeve Murphy making a play on the ball. Paul Carroll able to get it down the field quickly. Ball near corner.
A JD sub.
Maeve Murphy heading off. Is that Lily Linder? It is.
Can't tell. Yes. And Paul Carroll heading the ball to the
Just soft feet by
going to goal and save.
Rem. Nice save. It's going to be much harder to get that, deep kick in with the wind.
Yeah.
Now Parker able to get it near half field. Kate took a big header. You could hear a pin drop in the stadium at this time. Showing good signs. She's rolled over on her back, grabbing her head a little bit. I think the ball shook her up there. She'll be up, taking her time. You got as much time as you need to get up from this situation.
Definitely want to be careful, especially with head injuries. She is up and walking on her own.
Yep,
Really good sign.
They'll get a sub in for her, and she's been doing a great job on defense, so we'll see how they go to replace her. Is that Stark on the coming in? Looks like it.
throwing the ball a little down the turf there.
I don't want to hear about it, John. Oh, big kick.
Right
Outkicked
to Travis.
outkicked her teammates. That was such a big kick.
Another example, you see the wind there. Pushing the ball downfield.
Good ball ahead.
Gonna be a goal kick, I believe. Yes.
So 16 minutes remaining in this half and in the game. So now with a 2-goal lead, I mean you want to eat up as much time as you can, but you still want to be aggressive because one quick goal and you could be right back in this game.
The Spartans definitely want to widen the gap there.
Start with the throw in. She'll get a chance to do it again.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think we've seen a lot more JD control over the ball in this half compared to the first half.
Yes. Well, and we mentioned, but nobody could hear it, about how the Spartans early on in the game were kicking it downfield, chasing after it, and making their offense happen from there. You can't do that into the wind, so JD's had the ball a little bit more this half. Definitely have had more corners. And JD players a little bit shaken up on that play.
In terms of flags knocked down, I think we've seen that corner flag on the far side there fall down at least 3 times due to the wind.
Ooh, Rem with the ball now. JD has plenty of defenders back. Cross to Polcaro. Hildreth looking to clear. Griffith with a quick touch. Peterson up ahead.
Good save there by Lauren Parker. Lauren Parker came into this game with 50 saves. Well, probably was somewhere close to 60. A throw in from the corner for JD. Can't quite see who the player is. A short throw in.
Sometimes the goal is to bounce it off of an ESM defender and get a corner, and they have done just that. JD definitely has had more corners this half than the Spartans. I'm not sure, has ESM had any this half? Not to my recollection.
Not that I can remember. And that wind coming into play there.
Ooh, big kick.
Far.
Well, if you can't head it, hand it. She almost threw that ball in the goal. Hey, you do it until they call it, right?
Yeah.
Travesty, I would, if I was her, be kicking these balls much sooner because it's harder to kick it in the wind. So don't let JD get a chance to get set up.
Right. It's about 13 minutes left in the half and in the game. ESM still leading 2-0. ESM sub.
Katie Cox returning. High school athletics take injuries very seriously, especially if it's relating to the head.
Ball's deflected off of Leah Rum there. Might have hurt a little bit. Hard kick.
Good look for JD. And another corner.
I believe it was Jessica Griffith who kicked that ball away, saving it from a possible goal.
Yeah,
for
Lily
JD.
Linder was bringing it up, had a good look at it. And she will. The hair is covering the number, so I cannot tell you who's doing this kick.
Big kick across the field.
Katie Cox able to clear it out. Yeah, short throw in again.
It's going to be
Offsides, possibly.
a free kick.
Yep, I think it was offsides. Michelham, control. Up to half field, or midfield, and now Rem has it. And a nice ball advanced. Tough pick up that number.
A little bit of that ping pong action we were talking about earlier.
Yeah, I don't think anybody heard that either.
Was it the first half or was it the second?
I don't know. Maybe it's the end of the first. They also missed our beautiful story about boys and girls golf,
Halloween.
Halloween.
A lot happened when our mics were down.
Yep. We gave away the answer to our $1 million trivia question. I doubt anybody gets it right now.
Yeah.
So we'll just keep the money.
Yeah. Spartans pushing downfield. Kicked away.
This half, they have not had the ball nearly as much as JD has, and they are the only one with a goal. So they use that opportunity to their advantage.
Definitely. That wind, you know, it may seem like a small thing, it really makes a big impact on the game. Ball rolls out there for a Spartan song.
Incidental handball, they let that go.
Can't see who's just chasing that ball down, but ESM throwing.
The ball boys and girls have been very busy. We mentioned that.
Again, if the Spartans win this game, they will remain undefeated at 9-0, and if Jamesville wins, they will be 3-3-1.
I don't know the last time the girls went 9-0.
Last season, I believe they had 8 wins. So if they win tonight, they will surpass their last year's win amount. There's about 7 minutes, 30 seconds left in the game.
We got an update from the boys' game. It was 0-0 at halftime. And that's when John asked who's winning.
I believe we decided that it was ESM that was winning, at least for
For
us.
it's a moral victory for you.
Right.
Moral. Victory?
The RM pushing the ball towards goal. To be knocked out.
Now there's a lot of ESM JD connections. 2 players for JD have their parents working at ESM. Alice O'Connor and Jaden Clemens Butenko. Another connection just right here in the booth. Not only do I coach for ESM, I also help with their volleyball program. Bet you didn't know that, John.
I did not. I myself have no prior connections to JD unless you count playing against them.
What about going to Wegmans in DeWitt? That counts.
Okay, then I do have a connection.
There you go. You go there
Going
all
to
the time?
Wegmans. Personally, no, but
Okay.
that is where my mom shops often.
Free plug. Like Wegmans needs it.
Yeah. Speaking of plugs, Trappers 1 streams our games.
Yeah, we're working on Trappers 2, doing it. Like we said, you can only have 2 spectators in the crowd, so people are looking for a place to go.
Grab a slice and watch the game.
Maybe the sponsorship that will get you a free slice of pizza, John. The amount of corners this half for JD has been incredible.
ESM controlled the corners for pretty much the entire first half. And,
Shavasty shows her athletic ability and height.
that definitely would have been a JD goal if she had not saved that.
She drives that ball just like she drives her golf balls. And yes, she's on the girls' golf team. She can drive a golf ball quite far. We're hoping that the spring seasons occur. Last year they were canceled, and in golf we were able to get a senior night in for the girls. They obviously couldn't compete against another team, but I actually had them go out and compete against each other, and they had the ball out of bounds. They actually got to play for something. I said whoever finished low got a chance to pick MVP, Most Improved, or Coaches Award. And then I think Erica Garm was low, and she picked, what did she want? She wanted Coaches Award. And then Hannah Johnson picked up the MVP. Jesse Carhart picked up the Most Improved. So, and the boys, we typically play in the fall, but in the spring we get a chance to, I'm going to be quiet just for a second while this corner kick occurs.
Short one there. She's taking it herself for a field goal, which does not count.
Shoulders were back a little bit. Takes the ball high. She played it also high. So the boys play in the fall, and they don't get to qualify for the state tournament until the spring. And I wanted to give the boys the opportunity to at least play and see how they would have done. And Seven Oaks Golf Course was nice enough to set us up with a free round of golf. And Joey Pacheco and Dan Sitnick got to go out and play Seven Oaks, and they learned just how hard that course is, it is very hard. At least they were able to experience a little bit of something this summer after the lost spring. Fingers are crossed that we get a winter season and a spring season this year.
So, the cancellation of sports impacted a lot of people at the school. And, it's unfortunate a lot of seniors lost their last season.
Rem is like the Energizer Bunny out there. Do you guys know what that is anymore?
Yeah.
Are those commercials still out there?
Yeah, it's still a thing.
Okay.
Another plug for advertising.
Yeah, if anybody wants to donate money, the John Hallahan Scholarship Fund would take money for broadcasting this game. The Ferris Retirement Fund is also a thing.
I'm looking for a goal there.
I'm not
Save.
sure that she has had a shot on goal with her right foot. A lot of left-footed goals.
Yeah. It's about a minute and 20 seconds left in the game. Isabel Chavez will scoop the ball up.
I think it's safe to say it won't, given how much ESM is just dominating possession of the ball, specifically in terms of scoring chances. ESM has had
So at this point, the Spartans really just have to eat up as much time as possible. About 50 seconds left.
Yeah, you keep the ball in this half of the field and you'll accomplish that goal. Like we've said, JD has had a run of excellence in girls soccer. And so this is a big win for the ESM program. In control of the division this year. Have a good chance of either going undefeated and winning the league title. Which I'm not even sure if they're awarding league titles this year.
Yeah.
Rumor is that they are not. But you'll know. You'll feel it.
All right. About 5 seconds left in the game here. It'll be a ESM win over JD 2-0. Leaving ESM undefeated 9-0.
So a very good game for the Spartans, and these two will rematch in a game coming up, I think, next Saturday. So if you want to tune in for our next broadcast, it'll be Friday night back here on the turf. I think it's a 7:30 start. And let me just do one more check before we head out to see if there's a score in the boys' game. It's still 0-0. And according to my source at the game, it's a very aggressive game. There are more bodies flying around than at a gymnastics meet. So, with that being said, on behalf of John and myself, Michael Ferris, thank you for joining. John, thanks for being a part.